readily gave their best. The staff at Wild Time went beyond the expectation. They willingly, cheerfully gave their best. The service was impeccable. One could not have asked for more.
So we want you to sit back and relax, enjoy the food because it's going to be great. And we just want you to have a great time. That's all right? Yeah. All right, so we could clap in COVID, right? Yeah. All right, give me a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Mr. DJ. Big Dan, give us some music.
I think everybody was like overwhelmed. I really don't think that they were expecting the setting. I don't think that they were expecting the meal. I don't think that they were expecting that they were going to be entertained. We had the DJ Corey, you know, Simone emceeing and you know, the little trivia games, you know, so they were winning prizes and stuff like that.
As usual, my crew, my mummy, the boss, the logistics, the police, she keeps you on target, and she makes sure that each experience is personalized and you feel loved.
In everything this year, it was just over the top. It was really over the top. I don't even know how else to describe it. And the fact that, you know, the children, they were happy. You know, everything was so unexpected. I really don't think any of them thought that, you know, this is what I was coming to this afternoon, you know. And, you know, they still keep in touch. They send me, you know, WhatsApps and, you know, that they just can't stop thanking us and appreciating what was done.
Will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dead to us, gather near to us once more, and so through the years we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Christmas coming, Christmas coming. Little louder, they coming. Mama, make that Johnny Cake Christmas coming. Mama, make that Johnny Cake Christmas coming. Christmas coming, Christmas coming. Christmas coming, Christmas coming. One more time.
When I heard him starting to practice, like the ho-ho-ho's and like really getting into character, I was like, what is happening? Like, and what have you done with my friend Andrew?
Well, I'd like to think that I did, you know, such a remarkable job, and I gave a, you know, a Golden Globe, Emmy, Academy Award performance that she would call me back. Well, this time I was just telling people that I was Santa's representative this year because certain kids, like Faith, saw right through me. It was me, as much as I tried to say, no, it's not Andrew. But she knew it was me, so we just ended up going with Santa's representative from South Pond, Long Island.
Mrs. Claus, take care of your husband.
Child, I tried. But he really went into character, and caused me to have that much more fun with it. And, you know, the elves, one or two elves, namely Faith, called them out.
She was a little riot herself. So at one point I went over and I said, listen, if you don't play along, you're not going to get any gifts. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You want to take a picture? Come take a picture. Orlando, Merry Christmas to you. Have you been a good girl this year? Have you been a good girl? Have you been a good girl? Way to go. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
You want a picture with Santa? She's social distancing. But that still didn't stop him, and he really, really took it on, and I really was impressed, and that was something I didn't have to worry about, and I was really glad that I asked and that he accepted, and it really was a special part in the event. So hats off to Andrew.
If so many of us would just do our little part, you know, in the end, it helps the whole, right? You know, in terms of us looking out for one another.
I'm not that good. I could just.
You got it? Just rip.
Okay, thank you. Oh my God. Wow. Wow.
What did you get, Carlicia? Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. This year's Give Back was the most impactful because everyone was hurting. Everyone had challenges. I had challenges. My friends had challenges. My family had challenges. We were challenged as a nation. This disease, the rapid spread of this disease, people being impacted, you're being exposed to it. It didn't discriminate. So this was impactful because this affected everyone. So the reality is you can't help everyone, but helping someone still makes a difference.
And here we have a special box by Showman Bistro. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they do these very special boxes.
Showman is always about playing a vital role as it relates to ensuring that we can give to those in need. Certainly, we understand that there's a great need nowadays. As it relates to COVID-19, there have been many persons that have been furloughed, and it's not about cameras, it's not about ensuring that we get recognition, but it's just simply about doing the right thing, being our brother's keeper.
And they have all of the ingredients that you need to make that meal.
Yes, Mom.
All right, thank you so
For
much.
us, we made it our mission to make sure that they had, even if it was just through the holiday season, it's better than going without through the holiday season. No one deserves to be without at any time, but especially during the holidays. And so that's what we did this year, and I'm really proud of what we did this year. I'm really humbled by the continued support that the Give Back Girl receives. And I love my country, I love Bahamians, I love our people, and so I'm gonna do what I can for as long as I can to help as many people as I can.
Because of the season, I just want to say to everybody, no matter, you know, what is going on, what you're going through, the whole focus of this season is the birth of Christ. And we can't forget that. We have to remember and realize He is the source of everything. He is our provider. You know, persons who are suffering from COVID, He's your healer. And during this time, that should be our focus. Just remembering and knowing who Christ is in our life. This is the time when you are to get that personal relationship with Him. because I can tell you it's only through God that we are going to fight this COVID and get through it. So I'm wishing you all a very, very, very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.
From the Give Back Girl, we say Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
I hope to see everybody well. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Y'all need to stop, you know.
Out to run now. Yes, the reindeers are getting it over me. Okay. Curfew. Come on, Santa. If we don't see you before the new year, have a good one.
Yes, Mom.
Coming up in the news, a traffic mishap on the island of Abaco narrowly claiming the lives of 2 adults and an infant child. Plus, with Christmas just around the corner, police in Grand Bahama are offering safety tips to residents who are out shopping. And good news from store owners reporting an uptick in sales this holiday season. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Season's greetings and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, 2 adults and an infant child were flown out of Marsh Harbor, Abaco yesterday for medical care after a car traveling at a high rate of speed crashed into them as they were sitting on their front porch through a residential neighborhood in Murphytown. Our ZNS News team contacted the area's chairman and a deputy chief counselor of Central Abaco District, who described it as a terrifying ordeal. This video was recorded by a motorist passing by, capturing the scene that shocked the residents of Murphytown, Abaco. This is the house and what's left of the front porch on which the 2 adults and an infant child were casually sitting when a vehicle driven by a male at a high speed crashed into them. Derek Dawkins, chairman of Murphytown, detailing the ordeal.
We had an individual driving at a high rate of speed who crashed into 2 individuals, a male and a female, and a baby while they were sitting on the porch. The impact was so severe that the car engine flew out. As a result, the persons were struck, and eventually they had to be flown out to New Providence for further medical assistance.
Numerous of worried locals gathering at the scene, with some providing as much comfort to the victims who had to be flown out.
They are stable. The lady, she got the worst of it. I don't want to state her exact medical condition, but she's in a worse state than the male who was struck also.
And as for the infant?
The infant is fine. Yeah, when she saw the car coming towards her, she threw the baby aside, and that's what saved the baby. So she was smart enough to do that. So I'm grateful that she did.
The driver of the vehicle, on the other hand, escaped with only a few light scars.
He wasn't hurt at all. He was actually, believe it or not, sitting next to the victim, laughing. When someone asked him, is he the driver of the vehicle, he laughed in the gentleman's face. So he wasn't hurt at all. Yes, the police arrived on the scene in a fairly quick time, and he was apprehended.
Now, even though it is a residential area, the chairman says that people often drive through at a high rate of speed, and that is a concern.
People speed on that road as if though it's a runway. And we're trying to get speed bumps put down on the street, but we were told that they're not allowed, so that is something that really has to change because of the obvious what happened yesterday. Thank God no one was killed, but speed bumps are needed, and I will seek to address that.
Meantime, the police on Grand Bahama are stepping it up this holiday season as many continue their last-minute shopping. Assistant Superintendent of Police Stephen Roll issuing safety tips to residents throughout the island as the police continue working to minimize crime from occurring this Yuletide season.
Be mindful of their surroundings and do make sure that they, when even their valuables in their vehicles, that are properly locked or parked in a very lit area. We want to say too to the members of the public who tend to move large sums of cash during this time to seek the police assistance to getting their cash to the bank safely, or perhaps seek the service of an armored car company.
The press officer also making an appeal to pedestrians tracking the streets this Christmas to remain vigilant, also advising those who may find themselves involved in criminal activity to cease, as police presence will be increased this holiday.
We know that you'll find more persons about the streets walking, doing their shopping on foot most times. So be aware of the traffic per se, to be more vigilant. To avoid any mishap from happening. I want to say to the public who tends to go and commit crime, the police are out in full force, around the clock. If you're caught, you will be dealt with according to the law.
Well, with Christmas just around the corner, business owners and pop-up vendors on Grand Bahama are giving all smiles this year as they say business is booming. Store owners in the Raven Mall and vendors on the roadsides are all saying they have seen an increase in sales this year. Our Aja Quant and cameraman Roger Russell took to the streets to see exactly what the buzz is all about.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas here in downtown Freeport as residents are making their final shopping preparations just hours before Christmas. Pop-up vendors also sharing excitement that they are receiving a number of businesses this holiday season.
Oh, it's pretty good because I'm a regular. Every year I had a good Christmas because every year I'm here.
It feels great actually to see customers coming in because last year we did the delivery, so it was more delivery whereas we went to people's house and drop off when they ordered, but now they're actually coming in. So I'm excited. I'm located at the Raven Mall. We've been doing a lot of marketing and definitely the foot traffic has definitely increased, especially since COVID. Last year was okay, but this year we probably have seen twice the amount of persons walking in, especially this week. So we cannot complain, and the Grand Bahama public has been very, very supportive of not just Baja Gala, but the Raven Mall as well.
I've seen an increase in clients. From last week, we've seen a lot of people coming in the mall.
And business owners at the mall also shares their unique products.
They can come and choose from over 200 charms and build their bracelets in less than 10 minutes. They can also personalize necklaces. They can come and choose from beads, seeds, anything authentically Bahamian, and they can personalize for that special someone as well. I personalize for both men and women.
We have a little of everything. Mostly we sell for men and for women. We have Bath and Body products. We have Starbucks. We have candles by Bath and Body. We have sprays and we have different perfumes and colognes.
And residents are too joining in the excitement, noting that they are finding everything that they need this holiday season.
The stores aren't crowded yet because it's still early in the day. The prices are good. I'm finding mostly what I'm looking for. And here I'm shopping now for toys. We could pick, choose, and refuse. I have everything that I need right here at this pop-up shop.
Now vendors say they are looking forward to more Christmases as they expect Freeport to blossom even more. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
Thanks, Aja. Don't drain your pockets this Christmas is the message from a local financial expert. Certified financial educator Caroline Newton shares some tips on how you can budget this holiday season and start a savings plan for the new year. Simone Davis reports.
With Christmas just days away, it is now crunch time for holiday shoppers who are picking up last-minute gifts and essentials for the weekend. But a local financial expert is warning Grand Bahamians to shop with caution to avoid putting themselves in debt for the sake of Christmas.
The one thing that you need to do is pay your bills first. Before you go and you buy gifts and you spend on entertainment, pay for your expenses, meaning your power bill, if you have a mortgage, if you have rent, utilities, telephone, because guess what? In January, when the time has already passed, these bills will still be due.
Acknowledging that many Bahamians have still not recovered from Hurricane Dorian and the pandemic, Newton says while most people deal with the demand of buying gifts, renovating or decorating their homes for the season, it is important to avoid situations that may lead to you feeling pressured.
Just breathe, because if you don't have it, don't put yourself in a position where the pressure is going to be worse than January, because what's going to happen now when you have to repay? You still have to go and look for it. So try to think of ways to do things for those who you love without spending all of that money. And another thing to do too, if you feel pressured, just step back. Don't have those conversations with individuals who are going to push you into a corner to make you feel that way. Don't go out with friends and family. If they say they're going Christmas shopping, you know you don't have it, just turn them down. You don't have to say why.
The financial educator offers this advice to those who want to get into the habit of saving in the new year.
There's a strategy we call pay yourself first. You can't think that you're here just to pay bills or get in debt. You have to do something for yourself, for your future, and that's where savings comes in, and that's how you're able to move into investment. So the one thing to do in the new year is figure out that minimum amount that you could consistently commit to every month and do it. So even if that amount is $50, every month for the next 12 months starting January, put $50 in a savings account in an inconvenient location, so not that account that you could just go online and transfer funds from. You want to make sure it's probably at a credit union.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
And when we come back, we will share how a young man is making headlines for his academic accolades in environmental science and emergency management. That story, a whole lot more, when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
Come on down. Now. Come on down now.
Peace on earth will come to stay when we live Christmas every day. I'm Raven Davis wishing you a Merry Christmas.
Slay and be rewarded when you shop at Nautica Boutique, Port Lacaille. With every purchase of $100 or more, you qualify for one of 5 prizes offered: gas, grocery, in-store certificates, and more. Raffle offer ends December 31st.
Esquire Men's Freeport has 15% off store-wide and late shopping available each day until 9 p.m. up to Christmas Eve. Gift wrapping also available on site. Call them at 727-6367.
Santa is at Bellevue Gifts checking his list and filling his sleigh with all the name brand toys, trikes and bikes, Christmas decorations, children and adult reading books, and more. So catch him before he pulls out and disappears from Bellevue. Merry Christmas from Bellevue Gifts.
The good feeling that they give us as members and the Junkanoo is when we are coming through and we see the crowd just running to the barricades to see us. You know, that's a great feeling.
Join us live on Pioneer's Way for the 2023 New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade.
Welcome to the beautiful Raven Mall, the Freeport Mall that has it all. Centrally located within the heart of Grand Bahama, offering you and your family a unique and memorable experience. Shop over 80 stores and restaurants, all under one roof. Stay heart healthy and in shape at 2 of the largest fitness centers in Freeport. Dine at one of our scrumptious restaurants. Enjoy Bahamian delicacies, Mexican tacos, vegan options, healthy snacks, sandwiches, subs, smoothies, lattes, wine and spirits, favorites, and more. Shop at one of our stylish stores. Clothing boutiques for the entire family. From newborn to jewelry, footwear, electronics, pets, gift ideas, home decor, flowers, health, and beauty. Unwind at one of our trendy hair and nail salons, or just stop in and enjoy our beautiful and comfortable atmosphere. So come on in and enjoy fantastic savings with the stores at the Raven Mall. Dine, shop, and unwind. Located West Atlantic Drive, Freeport, Grand Bahama.
With the holiday season fast approaching, Conant Bahamas says it's time for those window and cabinet upgrades. In stock now are white shaker cabinets, Swiss chocolate, Ovaltine brown, and Hello Milo cabinets. And if you're looking for windows, Conant Bahamas has PVC sliding windows, casement and hurricane sliding impact windows. Conant Bahamas on Queens Highway. Enhance your home in ways that beautify and last. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
We need help in Grand Bahama.
With how quickly 2022 was going by,
We've been too long without a
beginning of 2023.
I'm a man of action, care, particularly of Grand Bahama.
But before we take a step in the future, take a look at some of the biggest stories.
So we have to close the deal today.
Legislative changes.
But we are there for the people, and we say we're there for the people, then work on behalf of the people.
To the end of the 19 era.
My husband died right here. Sit around Memorial Hospital right there.
Join us as we recap 2022, only on the ZNS Network.
Niceness. Yeah, watch this. How you doing there, bad man? You can't let me, darling.
Get.
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 Yeah, this guy's a dog ain't, but get. Give me this thing, girl.
Get up. Hey, get him.
I ain't get nothing.
Start, you stay there and let them rob me?
I don't say mind up and this that pays us.
I got. What? I do that, no. I get a set. That can't give me that fight.
Just a reminder to members of the public that when depositing monies in the bank or any depository location, check your surroundings to be aware of any suspicious persons or vehicles lurking in the area with the intention of committing a crime. I'm advising you to seek the assistance of the police or perhaps an armored truck. Let's continue to work together to create safer communities.
I'm Simone Davis of the ZNS Northern Service, and my advice to you this Christmas is to be intentional. Be intentional with showing love. Be intentional with spending time with your family, and be intentional with being grateful. Happy holidays.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A young Grand Bahama man is making headlines in the United States for his academic accolades in environmental science and emergency management. The 27-year-old is currently wrapping up his doctoral program and is set to receive his PhD next spring. He says growing up on Grand Bahama is what inspired his career path. Simone has the details in this report.
Meet Trevor Johnson, a 27-year-old Holmes Rock who is making international strides in emergency science and disaster preparedness. Johnson holds a Bachelor of Education degree in biology from the University of the Bahamas and later received a Master's of Science degree in natural resources and environmental management from the University of the West Indies. His inspiration? The countless hurricanes and tropical cyclones he's experienced living on Grand Bahama.
I mean, I've been impacted by some 10 tropical cyclones systems in my lifetime, being from Grand Bahama Island. And as I got old, I recognized that hurricanes, they cause significant damages and losses to the country, and also they pose significant economic shocks to the country. And I realized for us to continue along the path of sustainable development, we need to really take hold of this notion of disaster management in the context of a changing climate.
The doctoral candidate is now in his final semester of the PhD program, and his latest accolade is becoming the first Bahamian to be selected for this doctoral dissertation fellowship.
I am currently in my last semester of my doctoral degree program, and so there is a fellowship given to doctoral students based on their academic progress, their research, and also their likelihood to complete within the spring 2023 semester. And they selected one student from every college at the university, and I was selected for the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Science to be the recipient of that fellowship. So in the upcoming semester, I would focus all of my time solely on completing my dissertation, which was actually based in the Bahamas.
Now, the issue of climate change has been a hot-button topic for some time now, especially for the nation's leader, the Honorable Philip Davis, who has been strongly advocating to find solutions to the country's environmental problems. Johnson is following suit.
We're seeing much stronger hurricanes impacting the Bahamas. So Bahamians don't necessarily have to look at someone else's story. We have lived through hurricanes, we've lived through climate change, and if things continue to progress as they are, we could expect to see stronger hurricanes impacting the Bahamas. And like I said, we have that experience with them. We know what it is to live in a hurricane zone. We know what it is to experience stronger events. So hopefully Bahamians rely on those experiences to recognize that we need to take climate change serious. We need to take disaster preparedness serious. We need to be a bit more proactive in our approach.
Johnson says following his graduation in May of next year, he plans to make the Northern Bahamas a priority for emergency management and disaster preparedness. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Simone Davis.
United Faith Ministries International Church, in conjunction with the Bahamas Union of Teachers Freeport branch, staged a massive feeding of some 3,000 Christmas dinner hot meals on Thursday at the BUT Hall. According to Apostle Fireman Ferguson, Operations Christmas was an extension of Operations Thanksgiving that United Faith Ministries, a New Providence-based church, has been fortunate to coordinate over the past 3 years.
This year, I asked the folk in New Providence to partner with us, and if they went over my budget, we would have come to Grand Bahama. We did not go over the budget, but yet there was something left in the kitty that we could come to Grand Bahama. So we came into Grand Bahama with this Operation Christmas, which is designed to inspire faith, hope, and love in people. There's so many people who are feeling hopeless, so many people who are feeling unloved, and a whole lot of people who've lost faith. And the whole idea is for people to understand that God is still on the throne, and he will do better for his people than at their beginnings. And so we've got to be a part of that. You know, the word of God is called the church to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth.
Coming together to assist in volunteering were teachers and police officers throughout Grand Bahama, including Patrice Davis and Officer Nicola Sears.
Consistency of cars flowing, people appreciating free food. Who doesn't like free food? What it means for Grand Bahama. The Grand Bahama is not over whatever people are stating. Anywhere there's free food, people are coming. But we are so happy to be here to serve the public as teachers, as volunteers, church members from Nassau, Grand Bahama, and it's a time of giving.
We've partnership with many other businesses here in Grand Bahama. We had assistance from BWA along with Course Ride. Also, the Grand Lucayan Hotel, who would have baked the ham and turkey for us. And then we have many volunteers, persons who would have come in and volunteered their time to help and make this event the success that.
Awesome initiative. Your Friday evening's check on sports is up next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to yet another exciting edition of sports right here in the North. We have quite a few updates for you in sports. Let's begin over on the island of Bimini. Sporting facilities on Bimini has seen some improvements as of late.
We've upgraded the basketball courts both in Porgy Bay and the one at the Bayfront Park. and we've already finished the tennis court, so we have that in shape. So it's there for everybody, and it's available, whenever they can. Now, what we need to do now, what we're about to do, is really prepare ourselves more or less for the Bahamas game, because it's right around the corner.
Bimini is expected to produce some good teams for the upcoming Bahama Games.
We try to get the senior boys out there on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, along with the little kids, the younger boys, as much as possible. And then we use Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays to try to get the ladies out there. We're trying to get softball back, and so we're asking everyone to come out there on those days. As a matter of fact, we'll be out there every evening from 4:30 until it gets dark. So
Rose says the future is bright for Bimini sports.
Let's get sports going. Sports is an equalizer. It'll keep people out of trouble. It'll get you to the point, for schooling and all that, discipline and all that kind of stuff. So sports is a good thing, and I want to encourage the parents especially, man, to check on the kids and try to get them involved in sports here in Bimini.
Switching gears now in college hoops, freshman Ramad Dean had 11 points in Fordham's latest 80-77 win against VMI. Ahmad Harvey scored 1 point but managed to grab 9 rebounds in a 49-60 loss to East Carolina. Also, Edrin Martinborough scored 10 points and grabbed 5 rebounds in a 97-90 win against Peru State. And Rolante Knowles had a team-wide 21 points and 8 rebounds for Butte College in a 92-82 win against Merced College. And that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed, and of course, have a great weekend.
On Saturday, December 24th, it's all about Rake and Scrape Reloaded Ladies Edition, featuring Nishi LS, Ebony 242, and Melody at No Hulls Bar, across from the YMCA.
I'm Azra Quant with ZNS Northern Service, wishing you a happy holidays. May this season be filled with peace, love, and joy. It's the day of New Year's Day. Your costume's on, your makeup is on, your hair's fixed, you touch the road.
In the bleachers, you watch Junkanoo. On the road, you are Junkanoo.
It's time to show them what we came for, and to be honest with you, we're coming for everything that was not given to us.
This Christmas season, stream with faster speeds. The unforgettable things we all have to see. Share every memory. Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC. We are family.
BTC will make this festive season fun and fast with BTC's fiber internet. Sign up and BTC will give you 1 month free, or go postpaid and get unlimited Facebook and WhatsApp.
Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC.
'Tis the season, so let's go shopping at Rachel's Britannia Mall. Shop a vast array of products at Brand Smart Bahamas, household items, televisions, office equipment, electronics, gadgets, and more. Stop in at Snackables, your wholesale and retail variety store. Household, supplies, snacks, groceries, school supplies, beverages, and lots more. They have it all at Snackables. Get a new look at Here to Nail You Studio Hair and Nail Salon. For all you shop clothing and accessories at Mo Divas. PNP Security Firm. Dress to impress at Heaven Sent. Skyline Express Shipping Company. Cut Up Youth Barbershop. Give the perfect distinctive gift. Shop wine and spirits at More to Go Liquor Store. Marie Clarice Shoes and Accessories. Shop groceries and households at Variety World. Don't forget to grab a tasty bite at Basties Takeout. Come and fellowship with us at Harvest Time Fellowship Center. There, Cara for details cleaning at Sparkles Car Wash. Find it all here at the Britannia Mall.
White's Clothing, etc. in the Murport Plaza, shop number 3, has better ladies' clothing and accessories for special occasions and casual. Merry Christmas!
Enjoy holiday shopping at Mo Divas 242, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Merry Christmas. Mo Divas reopens December 28th.
We need help in Grand Bahama.
With how quickly 2022 is going by,
We've been too long
without a hospital, without an airport.
Before we know it, we'll be at the beginning of 2023.
I'm a man of action, and I care about the people, particularly of Grand Bahama.
But before we take a step into the future, we'll take a look back at some of the biggest stories.
So we have to close the deal today.
Legislative changes.
But we are there for the people, and we say we're there for the people, then work on behalf of the people.
To the end of the COVID-19 era.
My husband died right here. Sit around Memorial Hospital right there.
Join us as we recap 2022, only on the ZNS Network.
Christmas is the most exciting time of the year for me. It is a time that we celebrate with family, friends, and of course, loved ones. But more importantly, Christmas is about the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to each and every one of you.
And then that's it. All right. Yes, I just need a radio and a cloak.
Wait, it's on. Wait.
Be mindful that criminals are looking for a safe target. We would like to assist you in not becoming a victim of car theft. Do not leave your keys in the ignition of your vehicle unattended. Please ensure that your vehicle is properly locked and secured. In addition, do not park your vehicle in a poorly lit area.
This message is brought to you by the Royal Bahamas Police Force, creating safer communities. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This one goes out to our very own Inch, Denzel Swain, who will be celebrating his birthday on Christmas Day. You are our Facebook friend of the day. We hope that you enjoy your special birthday, and we say thank you so much for your support from everyone here in the North. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Happy holidays, everyone. Be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, another shot to the homicide count. A successful Cuba-Bahamas meetup, beefed up Junkanoo security, and in sports, national champions crowned in tennis. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News and BTC are linking up to bring you Junkanoo live from Bay. Link up for a BTC Christmas today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Makush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. In the run-up to Christmas, the most wonderful time of the year, tragedy is by no means taking a holiday. Already 8 bodies ahead of last year, and with still about a week left in 2022, how can the country better address its growing crime problem? Well, a senior police officer says it will take a collective effort, as Cleopatra Murphy tells us in tonight's top story.
The rising homicide count, now at 127, is forcing law enforcement to use every tool in their arsenal to get a handle of the troubling crime problem. With one slaying after the next, Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Chrislyn Skippings says while police do their part, the public's help is crucial.
We still maintain our position. We have our saturation patrols. We're out in large numbers patrolling. We're on foot patrol as well. We're talking to residents. We're encouraging them to try to resolve their conflicts amicably. But I want to take this time again because in every home, persons know who have conflicts with one another. Family members know. And again, we appeal to you, family members. If you don't have the skills to be able to help your loved one resolve the conflicts, we're asking you to reach out to your law enforcement, to the Royal Bahamas Police Force.
A troubling trend for some time is many of the murder victims have been released from prison on bail, suggesting a culture of retaliation. It's something Skipping says officers are not blind to.
It is always a concern for us in law enforcement. And again, we want to say to family members, when your loved ones are released on bail or they have been released from prison, we're asking you, reach out to your law enforcement agency. Let them know who's out on bail so that we can make periodic checks as well to ensure their safety as well. The Royal Bahamas Police Force is here for everyone. For everyone, we're going to provide that service for. It is just for members of the public to utilize our services to prevent some of these incidents from occurring.
The senior police officer believes that intervention before escalation can prevent much of the unnecessary loss of life.
Are we concerned about the deaths? Yes, we are. These are mothers' children. We're very, very concerned. And so if you reach out to us, I can assure you we can help to minimize most of these incidents from happening because they all have to do with conflicts.
With most of the violent crime in the country involving young men, she says we must do a better job of teaching them how to handle conflicts that are inevitable.
I think if we can do that, we will definitely minimize a lot of these incidents from occurring. And just the murder, but the simple stabbings that also happen, they're all as a result of conflicts.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Now, such comments coming as the murder count rises another notch to 127 after a man's gunned down at his 8th Street Coconut Grove home Thursday evening. Police Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent Crystalline Skipping says the deceased, who was recently released from his electronic monitor, was on the porch with others when he was fatally shot. The incident occurring around 7:30 p.m.
A white, small Japanese vehicle pulled up. We're told that 2 men exited the vehicle, approached the victim, and shot him multiple times. He succumbed to his injuries on scene. And so we're once again appealing to members of the public who may have been in that area, who may have seen a small car leave that area, who may know the suspects in this particular matter. We're asking members of the public to reach out to your law enforcement agency. In the past, you've assisted us with the investigations into serious crimes, and so we're asking you once again to partner with us and to provide us with the information so that we will be able to apprehend these suspects in a short period of time.
Meantime, police are really hoping you can help them get to the bottom of a Sunday night incident that's left one of their colleagues fighting for his life in hospital. As reported, a 33-year-old male jumps from a gray Toyota vehicle during an argument with a female. The man was seriously wounded in the process. In fact, according to police, he remains in critical condition in hospital. Now, police tonight are appealing to anyone who may have witnessed the incident or have any knowledge to please come forward with any information that could help in solving the case. Well, no arrests have been made, but authorities have at least confiscated 4 high-powered rifles. Acting on intelligence, officers from the Bahamas Customs Department and the police force, along with the K-9 unit, headed to Portisky Dock around 11 this morning and searched a pallet aboard a shipping vessel bound for Freeport, Grand Bahama. There, they found the weapons. Investigations continue. Still on news from the police, authorities are getting on the hunt for Anastasia Marie. The 43-year-old serial thief is wanted for stealing, adding to a long rap sheet that allegedly stretches way back to 2004. Now, just last year, the Vinca Close resident was arrested and charged with stealing money after offering rides to 2 elderly women. At the time, Marie told the court her problem was something that went beyond her. Marie's wanted poster puts her complexion as medium brown, her height at 5'6", and her build as medium. Anyone with information on her whereabouts should contact the South Central Division at 325-8431 or download the P3 Tips app. Well, we turn our attention now to finances, more specifically yours. What we can tell you is that the government's adopted a targeted approach to address the country's high inflationary environment. So says Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Philip Davis, whose comments follow the Inter-American Development Bank's recent quarterly Caribbean economic bulletin, which indicated that social assistance to offset the high cost of living could be better focused on poor families.
What we have to recognize is that it's external forces that are beyond our control that's feeding the inflationary pressures that we are suffering. What we could do, we are doing. So, for example, we have lowered import duty on a number of food items, right, and other commonly used goods that comes into Bahamas. We've done that. I've engaged in conversations with transportation, with MSC and other boat owners that bring containers into the country. I've been able to get the 35% reduction in the cost of containers coming into the Bahamas from the Far East.
The Prime Minister's comments follow he and his classmates making a significant donation to their alma mater, St. John's College. The donations to assist the school with scholarships and its solarization project. Davis says the initiative ties into the national push to reduce the country's carbon footprint.
The Bahamas is championing this issue of alternative energy, which falls in the category of mitigating against the consequences of climate change, to lower our carbon footprints. And so it is also in asking the school to solarize as best they can a part of their electricity consumption. It's also to sensitize our students on their role and responsibility to ensure that we lower our carbon footprint, and to understand what it means for alternative energy.
Well, school principal Junkanoo Lewis thanked the class of 1968 for their continued support, while class spokesman Archdeacon James Palacios encouraged others to give back.
4 or 5 students now who we know will need some assistance. Like Archdeacon Palacios said, we had a student who lost his grandmother and mother at the same time. So we would like to do something to assist him. He's in his final year of school, 2 more terms. So we want to assist him in some way to make sure he has a smooth transition out of high school.
This check represents a combination of gifts of various individuals along with members of this class. And I'm extremely grateful to my classmates and others who have contributed, and urge other alumni from other institutions as well. It's a disgrace that in this country we have UB, formerly COB, and it's in need of so many different things. And so many people have passed through those walls, and they have refused, not that they aren't able, they have just refused to give magnanimously out of the gratitude of their hearts. There are other high schools as well, and other institutions, like the churches, and others that made us who we are today. And so few of us turn back to say thank you.
In other news, come the new year, Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, will fill the chair as CARICOM leader. And ahead of that actually taking place, he's meeting in person with some world leaders he'll interface with, like Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel. This having missed the Cuba CARICOM summit earlier this month.
It marks 48 years of diplomatic relations between our two countries, and notwithstanding the blip which happened with regard to the sinking of Flamingo, for which the Cuban government has apologized many times and paid compensation, the point is that the ongoing relationship has been good, and a good working relationship. They supply teachers, they supply nurses, they supply doctors. Technical cooperation is one of their strong suits. And so we were happy to be able to concretize many of the agreements which we've done. So during the time that we were there, the 2009 Technical Cooperation Agreement needs to be updated, and that has been settled. And so the technical teams will start working on that going forward.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
The holidays are a time to celebrate our connectedness, to strengthen the ties that bind us, that make us, well, family. At Commonwealth Bank, we're your neighbors, your friends, and yes, we're your family, wishing you warm and sincere best wishes for a happy holiday and a prosperous new year from your family at Commonwealth Bank.
Merry Christmas to you.
Link up this Christmas season. Stream with faster speeds. The unforgettable things we all have to see. Share every memory. Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC. We are family.
BTC will make this festive season fun and fast with BTC's fiber internet. Sign up and BTC will give you 1 month free or go postpaid and get unlimited Facebook and WhatsApp.
Link up for Christmas. Link up with BTC.
Christmas coming here is all around. Christmas back in town. Christmas coming here is all around.
Christmas is coming, and your fingers know it.
Christmas back in town. Christmas back in town. Christmas back in town. Oh yeah, I can feel Christmas back in town.
For a finger-licking good Christmas. KFC.
Back in town.
It's a different kind of Christmas, but everything is here to bring a smile upon your face. That's what the season brings now. See, Christmas time is the time for your family and friends. Come and shop with us and find everything that you need. Deck out your homes with all we have in store, bringing joy and so much more. And shop Smarty, and shop Smart, and shop Smart. Oh, everything is here at Shop Smart. And shop Smart, and shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
You can find it all at Builders Mall. From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical, to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builders Mall. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
I used to think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem. Just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
First time ever. BTC Boxing Day Junkanoo Watch Party at Fusion Superplex. Doors open at 10 p.m. December 25th. Free admission. Restaurants, bars, and fashion stands will be open. Lots of free prizes and exciting giveaways. Reserve your seats today. Reservations management at FusionSuperplex.com. BTC Junkanoo Watch Party at Fusion Superplex.
The Boxing Day Superplex, December 25th. Doors open at 10 p.m. Admission is free. Brought to you by BTC.
At least 800 police force officers will hit the streets to ensure public safety during the much-anticipated return of the Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo parades. For those intent on causing disruptions, Assistant Commissioner of Police Craig Stubbs simply says, don't come, as the end result will not be in their favor.
It is the overall intentions of the Royal Bahamas Police Force and our partner, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, to provide spectators, visitors, participants, organizers, and support personnel with a safe and secure environment and to minimize disruption. Additionally, we will also provide special security for the VIPs, Governor General, the Prime Minister, and other members of the Cabinet who will be attending the parade. We will ensure that all groups and individual competitors are able to rush along the parade route without hindrance, and spectators are able to watch the parade without obstruction.
Law enforcement will also institute road closures and traffic diversions as of 10 p.m. Sunday, as Stubbs says traffic management is a critical component. No vehicular traffic will be allowed along the parade route along Shirley Street, Elizabeth Avenue, the Frederick Street corridors, and Bay Street. Stubbs adding that law enforcement will be available to help Junkanoo groups get their costumes to Bay.
I ask you to reach out to the officer in charge of the Police Traffic Division, Chief Superintendent David Lockhart, 477-2008. He's been mandated to assist with transporting those customs or Junkanoo groups to the parade route without hindrance. There will be traffic diversions commencing from the Nassau Street, Bay Street area, all the way to the Shirley Street, Collins Avenue, and from the East Street corridor from Hay Street or Ross Corner. Traffic initiative will be put in place to manage the traffic and the flow of participants, spectators to the parade route.
And while we're on Junkanoo, the Bahamas makes the CNN Christmas holiday quiz list. The question, Junkanoo, a celebration that runs from December 26th through New Year's Day, originated on what island nation? Now, while we know the answer, but for good measure, the options are the Bahamas, Fiji, the Philippines, or New Zealand. Now, for those of you who may not have been able to purchase a Junkanoo ticket, ZNES, along with BTC and Fusion, is giving you the opportunity to get the full experience of Bay. Our Amajal Knowles has more.
We are here at Fusion Superplex, the premier movie destination in the country, but on Sunday it will be transformed to the premier viewing destination for the 2022 Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade watch party put on by Fusion along with ZNS and BTC. For those of you that may not have been able to get your tickets to go down on Bay, you can come down here to Fusion and get in on all the action on several of Fusion's big screens. Now, for those of you that may have your kids, you can bring them as well, as we understand the Play Lounge will be open and the restaurants as well. Now, as for BTC, they will be giving out phones, data, top up, as well as potential hotel stays and airline tickets. So you definitely want to get in on some of that action. So make sure, come on out on Sunday as seats are filling up fast. You want to go on to fusionplex.com to reserve your spot. Also in attendance will be representatives from Cuba Libre, so patrons who welcome to the watch party can sample several of their signature beverages. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Amajal Knowles.
Now, time for the results of this week's poll question. And as a reminder, here's what we asked. Has the Bahamas done enough to generate revenue from Junkanoo? The answer was a yes or no. And on the ZNS website, 30.7% of you said yes, 69.23% no. On Twitter, 18.2% said yes and 81.8% no. And on YouTube, yes, 26%, no, 74%. As always, thanks for participating. The National Report returns after this.
Hey, it's Spa Week. We got what you need. Sit back, relax, and come in for a treat. We just wanna make you smile. We will go the extra mile at Baha Retreat Spa.
Come visit us at Baha Retreat Spa on East Bay Street.
Relax.
Contact us at 323-6711 or visit us online at www.baharetreat.com.
So what's it gonna be? Do you want to be a part of Cash and Go's Home for the Holidays giveaway? Yeah, you.
Me?
You! What are you looking around for? In the magenta? Or is that fuchsia? Doesn't even matter. Get on in here. Come on, hop in the TV. With a purchase of $50 or more, you too can be eligible to win these holiday prizes. Cash and Go. Home for the Holidays.
Bahamas will look forward this year to a very special Christmas season. Having emerged victoriously from a 2-year-long season of challenges and hardships, we embrace the upcoming season of celebration with joy and gratitude. Indeed, we have much to be grateful for, and we have much to celebrate. We successfully navigated an unprecedented pandemic. Our country is back open for business and firmly entrenched on the path to economic recovery. The most exciting news of this season is the triumphant our beloved Junkanoo parade. 2 years without Junkanoo has been unbearable for us. Right now, artists are in the shacks. Our Junkanoo musicians choreograph dancers, painstakingly practicing their routines, all in preparation to stage the biggest, most spectacular Junkanoo parades ever. We have reason to know with optimism and confidence have heightened the visibility of Bahamas brand internationally through laser-focused strategic marketing and the launch of a dynamic series of global sales and marketing missions, which are taking a taste of the Bahamas to all markets across the United States, Canada, the UK, Latin America, and the Middle East. The 10 months of January through October 2022 have witnessed increased airlift from all of our markets and brought a resulting 400% increase in total visitor arrivals over the same period in 2021. I would like to remind you that tourism is a team enterprise. I encourage each of you who work in our country's #1 industry to continue in the new year to give of your very best so that we deliver a promise to the world that it's in the Bahamas. To all who call this beloved country home, I wish you a Merry Christmas and God's continued blessings in 2023.
During 2022, Family Guardian was honored to provide tangible assistance to numerous Bahamian communities, organizations, and charities, including the Bahamas Kidney Association, Bahamas Humane Society, Bahamas Crisis Center, Stapleton School, Salvation Army School for the Blind, Nurses Association, Persis Rogers Home for the Aged, Grand Bahama Children's Home, 4D Stallions Track Club, Rhythm and Youth Rake and Scrape Band, Cancer Society of the Bahamas, Reach Out Youth Organization, Falcon Boys Club, Royal Bahamas Police Force Dependents Trust, PACE, Sister Breast Cancer Support Group, the Down Syndrome Center, Great Commission Ministries, and Every Child Counts Special Needs School. Our record of corporate giving speaks for itself, and our commitment to positively impact the communities where we work and live remains a foundational principle for our company. As the year draws to a close, we would like to say thank you to our clients and a Merry Christmas and a healthy, happy, and prosperous New Year to all from the management and staff of Family Guardian.
First we plan, then we innovate, then we build. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we are committed to quality, to safety, and to service. We know that the road you take is just as important as your final destination. At Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, it is our job to make sure the road and the ride are as smooth as possible. From striping roads to building them, we are the right choice, the trusted choice, the only choice to help you build your tomorrow.
Want to have a sweet new year? Spend a minimum of $12 on any Hershey's Kisses or chocolate and take your receipt to Pritchard's on Robinson Road. You could win up to $2,500. There'll be 9 winners. Enter today.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Junkanoo Watch Party at Fusion begins. Concessions and bars are fully stocked, and restaurants are open. And what would a Junkanoo Watch Parade be without a rush hour? To reserve your seats, email reservationsmanagement@fusionsuperplex.com. It's the BTC Junkanoo Watch Party. You don't want to miss it.
Anglican Bishop of the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands, the Right Reverend Leish Boyd, is encouraging residents to focus on love, peace, and kindness this holiday season. He reasons that despite the challenges facing the country, it can make a difference in people's lives.
Let's do our best to give, to show love, to show peace, to be kind. Let's do that, because those things make a material and substantial difference in people's lives. And even if we are in a low place ourselves, our act of kindness and giving will help to bring healing to our own troubles. So I encourage one and all, and I wish everyone a blessed Christmas. All the best for the new year. Let's do our best to find the positive, promote the positive, nurture the positive as we move forward in this wonderful life that is ours.
Oh, it's something that can make even the most experienced shopper buckle. Christmas shopping, whether you manage to hit the stores early or, like many of us, late in the game. Well, our Antoinette Smith took to the stores today to see how some of you are coping.
As the big day rolls around, it's time we reflect on the most important thing of all, our stomachs and the Christmas dinner that will fill it.
The meat is the important piece for me, the meat.
But before anyone can say grace and carve the traditional Christmas ham or turkey, they've got to make a list and they've got to check it twice, a task that proves challenging to consumers hitting the grocery stores year after year.
Go with the list and stick to it. Definitely go with the list and stick to it.
On the list for many, pasta for the mac and cheese, maybe some dessert, and not to forget pineapples for the Christmas ham. With trolleys yay high and lists so long, you might have thought the goal was to score a good deal this year, but folks, as it turns out, are actually looking to keep what can turn into one too many shopping trips to a minimum.
One. That's why I got 2 trolleys.
We've made 2. Hopefully, no more.
And to avoid this, here's a trusty tip.
Or to know what you're cooking. You gotta know what you're cooking so you can know what to buy and to know how to prep. If you don't know what to buy. You come in here guessing, then you're picking up stuff you don't really need, then you change your mind last minute.
So good luck, happy shopping, and may the fastest checkout line win. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Antoinette Smith.
Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Share your Junkanoo moments as you get ready for Bay. Just use the hashtag ZNS SNS back on Bay on any of the internet social media platforms and share your Junkanoo moments with the world.
Hurricane season, we got back windows and doors. Protection just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Three people left in hospital following a Thursday afternoon crash on the island of Abaco. Police say it happened in the community of Murphytown after a driver lost control of their vehicle and crashed into a single-story family home. A viral social media video detailing the scene of the mangled metal vehicle sitting upside down, debris inclusive of the engine scattered steps away in the road. According to police, several people, including a baby, were on the porch of that residence at the time of the incident. However, contrary to social media reports, the child was assessed at the Marsh Harbor Health Facility and released without injuries. The three injured, inclusive of the driver, were brought here to New Providence for further medical attention. The matter's under active investigations. Well, now time for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. Cloudy skies this evening. 81 degrees is the current temperature. Relative humidity 66%. We have westerly winds at 8 miles per hour. Your barometric pressure 1,016.3 millibars. That's 30.04 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 78 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, Grand Turk Key, Marsh Harbor at 77, the Berry Island 76, Alistown, Bimini 77 degrees, 78 in Harper Island, Black Point, Exuma, and Rock Sound, Eleuthera. Camp Space on Andros also 78 degrees, 77 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rum Key at 79 degrees, Georgetown, Exuma 78, 79s in Rygat Island, Clownstown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands, Matthewtown, Unagua 81, and the Turks and Caicos Island, the warm spot tonight at 82 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Setter. In the northwestern islands tonight, the wind's going to be northwest behind that front, which will go through later on tonight. Speeds are 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The high tide takes place at 7:34 this evening. In the central and southeastern islands, light and variable winds with flat seas. Tomorrow, Saturday, the winds become northerly. Those winds will be increasing 15 to 20 knots. We'll post caution flags for your boaters in the northwest Bahamas tomorrow. Wave heights on the choppy side at 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. High tide on Saturday, 8:08 in the morning. The low tide will occur at 2:40 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands, those light and variable winds will continue at flat seas. And as we take you into Sunday, northerly winds at 15 to 20 knots, maintaining the caution flags in place with wave heights 4 to 7 feet. High tide on Sunday, 9:02 in the morning. The low tide will take place at 3:33 in the afternoon. For the central and southeastern islands, we'll have a northeast component at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
If you're a person with a disability, you need the Accessibility Bahamas app. It gives you one-touch access for emergency services and can connect you with the sign language interpreter. Download from Google Play or the App Store for free. The Accessibility Bahamas app is user-friendly for persons with disabilities, gives you the latest news and NEMA alerts, connects you with government services, and soon you'll be able to book accessible transportation and see job listings. Download for free today.
Cable Bahamas Limited and the group of companies continues to be the leader in enabling connected lifestyles throughout the Bahamas.
And we do this by utilizing innovative technologies and solutions to connect you with the things and the people you love. We exist for our customers.
We want to make your experience stress-free and seamless at every touch point.
Thank you for letting our family keep you connected to yours. We wish you a Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
First time ever. BTC Boxing Day Junkanoo Watch Party at Fusion Superplex. Doors open at 10 p.m. December 25th. Restaurants, bars, concession stands will be open. Lots of free prizes and exciting giveaways. Reserve your seat today. Email reservationsmanagement@fusionsuperplex.com. BTC Junkanoo Watch Party at Fusion Superplex.
It's going to be amazing. The hype is through the roof. You know, after 2 years of downtime and all of the other, I guess, rest and relaxation, Junkanoo is back at it in 2022, and we're preparing for our phenomenal culture that you can only find in the Bahamas, known as Junkanoo.
Get a merry makeover this Christmas from Scotiabank. Apply for a Scotia Plan loan to win a home renovation. This Christmas, unwrap the celebration. $3,000 for your home, new lamp, new decor, new couch that you
win
own.
a $3,000 home goods gift card when you apply for a Scotia Plan Christmas. We're giving you the gift of a low interest rate and up to 2 months with no payments. Find the perfect Christmas with your Scotia Plan loan. Use it for any purpose, plus benefit from flexible payment terms. Apply for a Scotia Plan loan now to enter to win a merry home makeover.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The Giorgio Baldacci National is coming to a close on Thursday at the National Tennis Center. On the ladies' side, Elena Mackey won her first national title while denying her Billie Jean King Cup teammate Sydney Clark of her third. Mackey coming out on top in straight sets 6-3, 7-5. As for the man, Denali Nodic also winning his first national title after Kevin Major Jr. retired up 1-love in the first set. Now, despite suffering a loss in the ladies' final yesterday, Sydney Clark still feeling the meaning of the season as she closed her annual Christmas donation drive to the Children's Emergency Hospital earlier today.
I did have a rough time this year because I was busy with school and stuff, just organizing, but I felt I did a great job with reaching out and other persons wanting to help and willing to drop off items or meet with me ahead of time to make sure that I had the items here. I had my church, Grandstand Seventh-day Adventist, they donated the gifts. I had persons donate spaghetti, tuna, toothpaste, bleach, joy, so a lot of little household things, and lots of food. The main goal was to focus on restocking the pantry, and then the toys, Christmas toys, was just an extra, just a plus. And I just hope that more people look at this and see that, they can, whether it's here, whether it's to any other foster care home, or even just, people in general, just reach out to places and help where they can.
The hostel is a non-profit organization, which means we strive solely after make. When people do initiatives like this, such as it's very important. We get groceries and toys, and we get to put some spaces.
On the Division I college hardwood Thursday night, fresh Rumad Dean scoring a career-high 11 points to help the Fordham Rams to an 80-77 come from behind overtime win for VMI. With the win, Fordham improved to 12-1 on the season. Return to action next Wednesday at home against Davidson. With Ryan Kalkbrenner back off the injured list for the Creighton Blue Jays, freshman big man Frederick King out of the starting lineup Thursday night, but still made his presence felt off the bench with 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 blocks in a 74-55 win over Butler. King and the Blue Jays play again on Christmas Day against DePaul. Sammy Hunter on the floor Thursday night as well for the Akron Zips. He posted 8 points and 2 rebounds in a 74-55 loss to Bradley. As for A.J. Storm, the St. John's Red Storm, they saw a midweek action against Villanova. St. John's led this one early, but Villanova took over before the half and never looked back. St. John's would go down 78-63. Storr had 15 points off the bench. The Storm returns to the floor next week. Xavier. Meantime, in the NAIA ranks Thursday night, Cedric Delancey Jr. in the starting lineup for Northwestern Ohio. He had 11 points in an 89-64 loss to Rio Grande. The C.I. Gibson Rattlers finishing up competition at the Tarkanian High School Basketball Classic in Las Vegas. The Rattlers varsity boys won their first 2 games before falling in the semifinals. In the third-place game on Thursday, C.I. Gibson gave it all they had but came up short, losing 67-64 to Democracy Prep to finish 4th. The Rattlers JV boys finished up 2-1 after losing a 2-point ball game in their opener to Coronado High. C.I. Gibson closed with blowout wins over Somerset Sky Point and Redemption Christian. The Rattlers also with the varsity girls team in Vegas. They finished 1-3. All 3 of the country's NBA players expected on court tonight. Buddy Hield and the Indiana Pacers in South Beach against the Miami Heat. DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns home to the Memphis Grizzlies. Kai Jones and the Charlotte Hornets, they continue their West Coast swing with a matchup against the L.A. Lakers. That's a look at sports. Weather up next.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Find a full variety of Butterball and Jenny-O turkeys plus regular and picnic hams at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 89 cents per pound. Devon corned beef, 12-ounce, $2.79. Mazola plus vegetable oil, 96-ounce, $8.99. Sunny Delight smooth or tangy drinks, 64-ounce, 2 for $4. Baking potatoes, 5-pound bag, $3.99. Free calendars at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Cheney's Chesapeake Road Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get your Christmas trees in pink, frosted, green, or white in a variety of sizes. Musical Christmas LED and laser lights. A large variety of tree ornaments. Lighted angels and in all sizes. Tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys. At your check our site at www.janays.com.
Rejuvenate, refresh, treat yourself. Immerse yourself in total comfort. Pamper yourself. After all, you're worth it. Relax. Rid yourself of all life stresses. At Baja Retreat Anti-Aging Spa, you will find everything you need to enhance your body and spirit. Call today at 323-6711 and begin your journey to serenity at Baja Retreat Anti-Aging Spa.
Junkanoo Watch Party at Fusion begins. Concessions and bars are fully stocked, and restaurants are open. And what would a Junkanoo Watch Parade be without a rush hour? To reserve your seats, it's the BTC Junkanoo Watch Party. You don't want to miss it.
Share your junk moments as you get ready for Bay. Use hashtag ZNS That's hashtag ZNS Bay on any of the ZNS social media platforms and share your Junkanoo moments with the world.
Best group performance, ready? Super Bowl 1, we line up. We ready to take over. Because I know that's what you're coming for. You're coming for music? Rich. In order for you to beat me, you come to see me. Line up. We are the champions. We ain't begging, and we didn't beg to come back. You resign. You in the corner talking. You have plenty things to say. The end of the day, you have to come to see the Saxon Superstars. Line up.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have a cold front across the northwest Bahamas. It's now pushing through the capital, making its way into the central Bahamas. Will continue moving southeast into the southeast Bahamas by tomorrow morning. However, this front is going to back up on Saturday night near the northwestern part of the country, and it will reside there right through Tuesday of next week, meaning it will maintain rainy conditions around the capital for the next several days right into Tuesday. It will not be until Wednesday or so some clearing, and that front finally making that final push towards south and east. As far as tonight is concerned, mostly cloudy with occasional rain and a thunderstorm developing late. Low temperature around 71 degrees, and tomorrow it's going to be breezy and somewhat on the chilly side with a passing shower still in the mix. 73 degrees for your high temperature. Extended weather forecast, a lot of the wet stuff, chance of rain right through Tuesday. As I told you, it would not be until but Wednesday before we see some clearing of the skies. But temperatures, they're going to be pretty nippy during the nighttime. Over the weekend, 66 degrees on Saturday, 65 on Sunday, 69 degrees here on Monday. But in the extreme northwest parts of our country, Grand Bahama and Abaco, they will be seeing temperatures in the 50s. So if you're heading into the extreme northwest Bahamas, make sure you keep yourself very just going to be very, very nippy. And as of for midweek, we will have lots of sunshine in our forecast. Temperatures starting to warm up just a bit.
So that weekend was not looking good for Junkanoo, so hopefully things turn around. That does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Here at ZNS, thank you for watching, and good night.
Hippie.